All right, and we are here. We are actually going to recreate this book right here. If you guys are joining us on live, thanks for joining. Thank you for joining me tonight. This is going to be fun. So we are using BookBolt, and if you are not familiar with what this software is, if you have ever thought about creating and selling books online and you want to use the software to do it, this is the one that I recommend. I have published children's books, coloring books, journals, all of that fun stuff. You can do everything under your personal name, or if you want to do it under a pen name, you can do that as well, which means you can publish to where like people don't know it's actually you doing it. You can create an amazing pen name. A lot of authors out there do that as well. But that's totally up to you. This software, though, allows you to do everything from start to finish. You can create the entire thing within this software. You can do it for free if you want to do your first book for free, or you can use my link. I have a little coupon code for you if you're just joining. It's magic20. So you'll go to bookbolt.io. You can do a free trial and also create a book for free. This tool, though, like I mentioned, you can create everything here. It's going to format your book perfectly. I'm going to take you into the studio here in just a little bit so you can see the entire behind the scenes of how you actually build out this book. But it is so easy. It's easier than you could probably imagine. If you have joined me live before, I've walked you through this step by step. You can join me on my recorded YouTube videos as well for different tutorials if you're interested in doing this. But you can publish things as simple as just journals, like lined journals, plain journals, coloring books, sketchbooks, puzzle books, anything that you can think of. There's a whole little video right here that shows you exactly the things that you can do. You can do all of maze puzzles, Sudoku, all that jazz, okay? So you're going to create your account and start creating your book. I'm going to walk you through how to do one like this. And the reason that we are doing this, there's a few reasons. One, I haven't done a tutorial like this before where it's all about scissor skills, which I think that is really cool. But two, this is also trending. And the way that I know that is if I go over here to BookBolt and I look for products that are doing well, I scroll down just a little bit and I'm going to see it right here where it says Scissor Skills, preschool activity book. We can recreate this entire thing. We know that it was independently published because we can see it right here, which means they're publishing through Amazon KDP, which is what we are talking about tonight. But we can also look right here where it says our estimated sales and our moving sales. And then we're going to look at this price point here. They're selling for $3.99. You could probably up this easily. We could even type in scissor skills and see what pops up. Is that the only one? Are there other ones? Oh, it looks like that is the main one. I think this is really cool. I have a son. He's kind of past this now. He's 7. But this was really handy back in the day. We had books very similar to this where he could practice his scissor skills and he would cut out different shapes and follow the lines so that he could build his grip strength. That's a whole thing. But I think this is really cool and I'm going to show you guys how to recreate this step by step right now. You ready? Let's do it. Okay, so once you get in here, you've already created your BookBolt account. This is going to be your dashboard. I love showing you the dashboard. You have access to all of this stuff. You have your product search where you can search for literally anything on Amazon. Books that are published through Amazon KDP, puzzle books, activity books, novels, coloring books, you name it, you're going to find it on here. You can look for specific books. You can do keyword searches to see which keywords are trending right now. So if I type in scissor skills here on keyword search, we're going to see Amazon keywords, we're going to see Google keywords, and we can see what are people actually searching for. Scissor skills, beginner scissor skills. And then over here on the Google side, we can see competition, medium competition, high competition. We have some down here that are low competition. I think this one's interesting. Dinosaur scissor skills, Halloween scissor skills. So you can see that not only are they using that keyword of scissor skills, but they're adding a theme to it. So dinosaur scissor skills. I think that's actually really interesting. And Halloween, Montessori, that would be a good trending word, I think, to put into your keywords once you are ready to publish and upload your PDF that you're going to create here in just a little bit. But you have a lot of different options down here. And then you can also do here Amazon or BookBolt gives you access to these two Chrome extensions, which means here your KDP Spy, and then we also have BookBolt Lister. These are Chrome extensions that you get access to give you even more information about what is selling really well through Amazon KDP. So you can check those out. I have a different live video and other videos that show you exactly how to use these tools, but you get access to the entire thing. But also the best part is you get access right here to BookBolt Studio. So when you're going to click right there, and this is just a previous one that we were playing with a couple days ago. We did a scribble book and we built all of this out here. It looks very simple. Of course it is very simple. Everything you build in here is quite simple. You can make it as complicated as you want, but you can actually draw scribbles using this little pencil tool here. Every other page we just drew random scribbles. But today, as we mentioned, we are going to do those scissor skills. That book. That is what we're going to recreate. So we're going to go right here under projects. We're going to say new project. We're going to do a cover and an interior. We're going to do a project name, which is Scissor Skills. I'm going to adjust the trim size up to 8.5 by 11. So it's a little bit bigger since we're working with kids. And I'm going to say 50. The reason I'm going to do a 50-page book is because they're going to be cutting. And so every other page is going to have to be blank, right? Every other page that we create on here needs to be blank because they're going to cut this page up. They're going to cut this one up. So you don't want anything on the back. So this is the front. This is the back of one page. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So if we're going to go over here, you know, I kind of like the idea of if we were saying, you know, giving it a theme. I think giving it a theme is so cool, where it was like dinosaur scissor skills, something like that. Now what we can do is we can actually go over here to our tool bar here. We can draw, if we want to, we can draw a dinosaur. We can draw a circle. We can do whatever. We can go down to shapes here and choose from our shapes. Any of these shapes we can do, and we can put them on here. So let's say, for example, here is a triangle. We can put that triangle right here. And something that I like, let me see if I can find it. Oh, I think it's right here on settings. Yeah, settings. You can have it snap, object snap, lock lines, and so on. You can adjust all of this. But a snap, see how that little thing pops up? So now we know we have that little cross here. So that means that we're in the center. And I like that. I don't like just hoping I'm in the center. That's how we know for sure. So that's how we're going to snap. We're going to get it in the center. Where's that little green snap? There we go. So now we have our triangle. And what I'm going to do, this isn't going to, well, I don't know. Maybe it'll be page 1. We'll see. We can start with the triangle. I'm going to I'm on a Mac. So I'm going to say Command C, which is copy. And then Command V is paste. And now I have a triangle. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to snap it to the center. I'm going to go right up here to our color scheme. I'm going to get rid of that color. On the right side here, we have our stroke. And we're going to say, here's our stroke. We can adjust the thickness here. I think that looks pretty good. And then if we did a dashed line, so see how we have an option. Do we have a solid line or a dashed line? We're going to do a dashed line. And then here we can adjust our gaps in between. Look at that. Woo! Here's our line. Here's our dashes. Here's our gaps we can adjust. We don't need it to be that big. That's pretty big. Okay, so see how we're adjusting? We're going to snap it right into so that the dark triangle is in the center. And now we have a little cut line that our little kids who are practicing their scissor skills, they can cut that little line. So the line, I think I'm going to make it a little bit less. Let's see, how do we like it? Maybe like that. We can adjust the gaps a little bit. And you can play to get it the way that you want it as far as like the lines and the stroke. I think that is good enough. It's going to save. There we go. Now what we can do, this shape right here, actually this top shape. Is it this shape? This one right here. We can adjust the color. We can say green, we can say black, doesn't matter. What we did originally when we were starting our new project is we said black and white interior, so we can just do black shapes. But if you wanted to, you could say color interior, just standard color interior, and that would let you choose different colors. If you want to adjust your project or your project information or anything, you can adjust that as well, or start a new project. We're just going to do it very simple. I'm showing you guys how to use these tools. That's what we are doing tonight. So right now we have our triangle. Check that out. Woo! We have our triangle. We're going to skip a page, remember, because they're going to cut this triangle out. This is the back of that page. We're going to scroll down right here. And now we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to pick another shape. So we are going to do a circle now. How about that? We're going to do the same thing. Copy, paste that circle. I'm going to make that circle a little bit bigger. Adjust the color. Adjust the stroke. Here's the line. Here's the gaps. Here we go. We're going to change that to black. And then again, we're going to just adjust it like we did on the other one. Just like that. Now, if I was going to be very picky and make everything perfectly the exact same, I'm going to hit save there. I like how these lines came out, so I'm going to go and I'm going to say, okay, line is 100, stroke is 20, or I guess that's a stroke there, 26, line is 100, gap is 19. I'm going to do the same thing here. 26, 100, 19. And we'll see how that looks. We'll say okay. We'll recenter that. And now we have our circle. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay, now we have our circle. We're going to skip, do another shape here. And we will probably get progressively harder. Maybe, I don't know. We'll just do a scissor skills book. So we have a triangle, we have a circle. Maybe we should do some lines. Should we do a line? So I just click line. That's on our shape here. I'm going to adjust it right there. And I'm going to come up here to right here. That's our color. It's already black. We're going to say dashed line. We're going to do the same thing. 26, 100, 19, right? Something like that. We're going to say okay. And now we have a little dashed line that they can cut. We'll go like this. We'll stretch this across the page, copy and paste. Oops. Copy and paste there. There we go. All right, now we have 4 lines that they can cut. We're going to skip a page. Actually, I'm going to highlight these and see if we got them in the middle. Nope. Save. Skip this page. Go down here. Let's find another one. What kind of shape should we do next? Should we do a heart? That's tricky. I'm trying to think we haven't done a square yet. We'll do a square for now. There's our square. Copy, paste. Make it a little bigger. Boop. Go up here, get rid of our color. Stroke. We're going to do 26. Dash line. 100. 19. Hit OK. That looks good. We can make it a little smaller. What if we did 2 on this page? Get wild and crazy here. Woo! There we go. You can cut those out, skip a page, come down here, hit save. You're going to get that little warning if you have not saved yet. We're going to go down here, skip a page, go right here, do shape. We'll do a rectangle. Stretch out this rectangle a little bit. So the beauty of this is that once we have all of this created, we have it the way that we want it, we get our cover designed and all that jazz, is we literally, all we have to do is download this PDF. It's already formatted for us. We don't have to do anything fancy. It's a win-win for everybody. We are off and rolling. Look at that. Boop. One of the biggest things I hear from people who want to publish ever is they get stuck on the formatting. And I totally get it. Formatting is the pits. It can be very overwhelming. Where do I start? What software do I use? You don't have to worry about anything. So if you can see all of these little lines here, those are your format lines. As long as you stay inside of these green lines here, that's all you have to worry about when you're designing your cover here. If you stay inside the peach and the green, you are golden, and you stay away from this little yellow square, that's where Amazon's going to put the barcode, and it's just a win-win. It is great. Now we have our rectangle. We're going to skip this page, go right here. What's our next shape? We can do any shape we want. Let's see. I wonder if they have any curved lines here. Ooh, a cloud. Let's do a cloud shape. We can do that. And then I'm going to twist. Now it almost looks like butterfly wings. I can make a butterfly. Okay, so if we do that, we're going to do the exact same thing. Go to dashed, go to 26, 100, 19. There's not any specific, any specific numbers like that you have to do in order to do this. You don't have to do that at all. What I'm doing is just what I feel like. As far as visually what I like, that's all I have to worry about, okay? So we have that. Here's our little clouds. We're going to skip down, skip a page, go to the next. This next page, again, we're going to do a shape. The shapes are getting progressively a little bit harder. We're going to copy, paste, open up. This little shape here, get rid of that, go there. Again, this is all we are rolling with. Actually, this one's 26, 100, 19, color, good. Okay, so this is what we are doing. We're building out our pages. Thank you guys for joining me for building out our pages. Here we go. Skip a page, save. We are going to do all of these pages. All right, how are we feeling? Let's do, because I know you guys understand the gist, I want to show you how we can, all I'm going to do is copy and paste these to where we have a few different more options. So it goes a little faster so you can see the process here. Here we go. Let's go over here, save, create this. Boop. We're gonna do this. Okay, I have spent most of today shopping for a car, trying to negotiate on a car, and my brain is done for today. This is a nice relaxing little hobby that you can do because all you have to think about is creating. That's all we have to do. And it is a magical thing. That's all we have to do. Let's actually go here. We'll do another one of those. And then let's do rectangle. We'll do another rectangle. Here. Save. We haven't done a heart yet. Let's do that next. We'll go here, or a star. We'll do a star. I know, so many of you guys have all different ideas of things that you want to build on Amazon KDP. You're like, I think this is so fun. I want to create a children's book. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I want you to also, I want you to create all the things. And I don't want you to get stuck. And so I know firsthand, to be totally honest, from myself, is that when it does come to formatting and like the actual in the weeds of the publishing process, it can be very overwhelming, and I don't want you guys to get stuck. So that is why I partnered with BookBolt on videos like this, so that we can help you not get stuck, because we all have stories that we want to share. We all have things that we want to put out there into the world. We all have things that other people can benefit from. And I think that's really important. It's important for us to remember, and it's important for us to share our gifts. That's really, really important to me. All right, we are doing good. We are putting right along here. How's everyone feeling in the comments? What are you guys doing today? What's everyone up to tonight? Did you guys try and negotiate on a car today? I ended up walking out because we could not agree on the price. There's $1,000 difference, and I'm stubborn. And so I walked, but they've texted me twice since, so we'll see. Time will tell. So they have a lot of different shapes here down on BookBolt, as far as things that you can create. Now, let's actually play with this a little bit, because we did talk about if we did a theme, like if we were doing a dinosaur theme, and we can totally do that. So I don't know if we have dinosaurs here, but we can pick a theme. So if you go over here to this little mountain picture, you get access to a bunch of things, like Pixabay and Unsplash. All of these are royalty free, and Pixabay sometimes has graphics. So maybe, oh, look, there it is. There it is. I wonder if we could do this. Let's click and just see what happens. Let's see. I'm just playing with this idea because I'm not sure if it'll work. So we have our little dinosaur. What if we say outline? Then what's going to happen? Nothing there. Let's try something else. This guy's kind of already outlined. Ooh. Interesting. I'm just kind of playing with this tool because I don't usually outline stuff. Here's an interesting little dino. So if you have a background like this and you don't want the background on there, you're going to go to Tools, Remove Background. It's going to get rid of some of that coloring in the background for you. There you go. It does it really well. And then we're going to go to Outline. That is kind of cool. Not for this, but just in life, I guess. So I'm going to get rid of that because we don't need that right now. Okay, so let's go back to our shapes. We'll just continue trucking along like what we were doing. Copy and paste in. Okay. We can do just like that. We're going to skip. Here. Oops. Go back on layer. So these ones that I've been doing like on lives and so forth is I want to show you guys tools. So like the last time we did this little pencil tool, this time we're doing like the dashed line tool. But there's so many different tools on here. I could talk about them all day, every day, to be honest. So let's see. We still have several pages. I wanted to show you guys all of that. And then, for example, you guys understand like all of those pages. We don't need to keep rolling. But right here where it says cover, we can come back over here and we can look at that cover design of that one that was selling really well. So we're going to go back to product search, Here's that one that was selling well, and we can really mirror something similar to this. And what we can do everything strictly on Book Bolt here as far as doing that cover design. So I'm going to show you how to do it, something similar like in our way. So we're going to do a rectangle, stretch that rectangle, pick a color. What do we want our scissor skills to be? Maybe I'll do brighter blue. Maybe something more like that. Say okay. And then if we want to put our font on there, we're going to go right here, say add heading, and we will say this. We're going to go back for inspiration, scissor skills. Now we can adjust this font to go right here as far as what we want it to look like. If we said something like that, that's what it would look like. They have all of these different fonts that are already preloaded in here, so you can use whatever you want. What I might do is I might do this, and then I might adjust the height a little bit, make it squish a little bit together. There is that. Let's see. If I copy and paste this just for kicks, let's go here and we go over here to stroke, dash line. We're going to do the same thing. 26, 100, 19. Do it in black. Okay. Get rid of, actually we could do like that. I don't super love the dashes there. Let's adjust. Adjust it so that you can still read it. Here. Maybe we do something like that. That's kind of fun. Okay, and they have some scissors. So what if we go back to our mountain? We say, let's see if they have scissors. Here's a scissor graphic. Here's another scissor graphic. Oh, I thought that was the same scissors. That would have been funny. Here's a little scissor graphic that we can use. We can adjust it however we like. We do scissor skills. We can even do another one. I think it'd be cool if we put a dash line here. Dash line, just like this, like. And then we kind of adjust it so it looks like this little, boop, this little scissors. Oh my goodness. This little scissors is cutting it. I think that is cute. Let's get it the way that we want it. Okay, this guy needs to, we can lock it so it doesn't keep highlighting every time I move. So I just lock that background. I'm going to do that. I'm going to move my little scissor up. There we go. Look at that. Cute. And then I could even put it here. And then on this one, we could have it be like a solid line maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We can play with that. But you see how I'm building out this cover? It's very simple. All of the tools are right here. We don't have to overthink this. We don't have to make it wild and crazy. I'm going to come back here and unlock this actually. And then right now, all I'm doing is designing. That's all we're doing. We don't have to make anything crazy. Where's our little rectangle? I'm going to adjust the color of that. Not that color though. Okay, so now we are playing with this, and we could even just do some of our shapes. So we can do, I'm just going to copy, paste, and we can just put some little shapes on here. Save. I would probably adjust, where's our other, I'll adjust the color of this, which one? Yeah, I'll adjust the color of that, make it a prettier green. Okay, we'll save it. We're going to come down, we'll do copy and paste our circle up here. Maybe we have it like that. Maybe that goes to the back. Not that. Where's our circle? These guys. We'll go back here. And then this one we will change to a different color. Maybe we'll do, actually, let's do something down here. Boop. Let's do, copy and paste that. We will do a different color here. Maybe a purple. Okay, I like that purple. I think that looks good. Now again, see, we're just building it out, building it out. We are doing great. All right, so we have built out this page. If you guys can see right over here, we are doing fabulous. Okay, so we have our little scissor skills thing. I'm gonna do one more shape here. Thank you guys for hopping on. There's so many of you guys over here on TikTok. What are y'all doing? It's late. What are y'all doing? Okay, so we could even, let's say we move these down here, we can adjust the opacity if we want to. That looks kind of interesting. Does it? No, let's get rid of that. We can go, let's see. Oh, we don't have a square. That's what we need. Okay, we're going to do this. I'm just showing you how to build out this cover. Again, you can do everything in here inside of BookBolt. This is the software that we are using. I'm probably going to get called on these, well, maybe not with these shapes, but if you had a text that went over this green line, Amazon's going to be like, fix it, and you're going to have to pull it in so it's not touching that green line, just because they're worried about printing and all of that jazz. So we won't get too close to that line. We're going to go here to our square. Adjust to a yellow. Okay, it's missing something, but what is it? What is it? So what I'm looking at right now is this toolbar here. This guy, if you click there, they have all these different textures that you can put on the page. And now I'm just kind of wondering if we did do a texture, just like a real soft one, what that would kind of look like. See, I feel like it gives it more dimension. Don't you? I think I like it with that. Okay, so we have our front cover built. The back cover, you can do whatever you want. A lot of people, if you go back over here, if we actually open up this one, if you open it up and you see the back cover, it's basically a funnel, if you're familiar with sales funnels, but they promote other products that they are selling. You probably will not have this unless you have other additional books you can place on the back cover of your book here. But you can get some ideas as far as the words that you want to put on the back. You can promote yourself. If you have a website, you can put your website down here. See, they have a website there, but they're still publishing on Amazon KDP. This is a #1 bestseller, and they are doing fabulous. Something that you would want to pay attention to is how are they actually titling this thing. So they are titling here. And just for kicks, let's actually click right here. Let's check out this author. We're going to go all books. How many books do they have? Oh, they have 22. Not too shabby. Okay, so they have 22. It looks like they're building a brand around this character, these characters. And that is really cool. Good for them. I love it. It looks like they are known for kids' books. and that is what they are creating. That is fabulous. So that gives you some ideas of how you can start building out your cover, building out your pages. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. And thanks for joining me tonight on this little create night. I appreciate you.